This week we're in Greenwich, Rhode Island to visit an RV dealership started in 1948 by a pioneering woman named Shirley Moran. And 64 years later, it's being run by her two daughters, Linda and Sandy. We'll also check in with Britta Nelson over at TrailerChix and see what she's cooking up this week. Plus, if you enjoy extreme RVing, then you'll enjoy this week's visit with Gary and Monica Westcott of Turtle Expeditions Unlimited. Rolling on TV is brought to you by Winegard, America's leading satellite TV antenna. Winegard, television anytime, anywhere. Arlington RV Center is Rhode Island's leading RV dealer in the fact that it's owned and run by two sisters, Linda Terrell and Sandy O'Leary, makes the company rather unique, especially in a male-oriented RV business. But what makes the company really unique is how it all came about back in 1948 with a strong-willed, pioneering woman named Shirley Moran, as Linda explains.
It started with my mother. My mother graduated Brown University, then Pembroke, because she was on the women's side of it, as an engineer. And she was working on a housing development, and shortly after marrying my father, became pregnant. And back then, in 1948, women did not work when they were pregnant. So as soon as her boss found out she was pregnant, he said, "You'll have to leave." So she was interested in mobile homes, and which evolved into travel trailers and RVs, and started with one mobile home. And she would get up and sell that mobile home and go get another one in Indiana and bring that one back. And she said, "I need help. This is working." So she asked my father if he would help her. He was a chemist with US Rubber, and he decided, okay, I'll quit my job and help you, and we'll see what happens. And over the years, it's developed into what it is today. It was unheard of, a woman working full-time, bringing up a family. She also was president of PTAs, helped at Little Leagues, did all the things that a person wants to do with their family, but yet she managed to also run a business.
With Jack doing a prep work and maintenance and Shirley doing the selling, it wasn't long before they outgrew their first location. And in 1969, Shirley blazed a new trail with one of the first indoor showrooms. But shortly after, disaster struck.
The first dealership was in Cranston, Rhode Island, and it was just a small lot next door to my grandparents. And that grew until they rented an indoor facility in a big old mill to put all the trailers in for sales. In 1969, that big mill building burnt to the ground. And that's when my mother found this piece of property that we're on today, and she had this building built, which has grown over the years. And then we've continued here. We've been here since 1970.
With Shirley's drive and perseverance, sitting back and watching her new dealership getting built wasn't in her character. Not by her long shot. With her engineering background, she was there every day supervising the construction. With the new dealership flourishing, 1973 marked another milestone when Steve, the family's oldest child, joined the company full-time. Although, every one of the children got involved in the business at a very early age.
I remember going to trailer shows and helping out when I was very young, perhaps 6, 8 years old. I remember very well one summer working on Saturdays at the dealership on Cranston Street in Cranston, handing out lanterns and stoves to people who were renting tent trailers at the time.
In 1976, Steve was promoted to general manager, and Sandy came on board full-time, as she explains.
I came into the company full-time back in 1976, right after I graduated college. I've been working part-time during college and part-time in high school. I grew up in the business. I was This was my daycare facility. I started my first paid job at age 6, a trailer show at Roads on the Patuxent in Warwick, where my mother hired my sister and myself to demonstrate how to open up a tent trailer easily. And she made us matching outfits, and we showed up at the trailer show, and within 1 minute we had to open up the tent trailers to show the customers how easy it was. And we got paid, I think, $5.
Linda joined the company full-time in the mid-'80s, and now the whole family was involved with the business. In 1986, Shirley died after a 5-year battle with cancer. She had worked full-time until 3 days before her death. In 1990, on his way home from a dealer meeting, Jack was tragically killed in a car accident, and as with any strong family, Steve stepped up to become president, Linda was now vice president, and Sandy was treasurer. Throughout the 90s and the early 2000s, the company continued to grow, buying more property and increasing the size of its building. In July of 2005, tragedy struck the family once again when Steve passed away in his sleep. Again, as the family had done before when tragedy had struck, the company went on, with Linda now becoming president and Sandy vice president. Coming up, we'll take a look at the company today as it's become Rhode Island's largest RV dealership, and we'll see what the family has in store for the future. With the Winegard Traveler, you can watch any program on any TV, no matter where you are. Winegard, TV without compromise. For more information on Winegard satellite antennas, visit our website at winegard.com. Welcome back. Earlier we learned how one dynamic woman started and built an RV empire in spite of countless adversities and tragedies. Now, under the helm of Linda and Sandy, the company continues to grow and the family tradition and work ethic continues with the next generation.
My brother's youngest boy is now working in the sales department. He's assistant sales manager. And hopefully someday this will all pass down to him or other people in the family, either my children or my sister's children, that may become involved.
The dealership encompasses over 10,000 square feet and sits on 19 acres of land. The company is proud of their large service department that can handle virtually anything, including bodywork, and their parts department has over $1 million worth of inventory. Now that's a strong change from when one of their promotional signs back in the early 50s bragged about their parts department having over $300 in inventory. Today, Arlington RV Supercenter carries a large selection of new inventory from manufacturers including Winnebago, Forest River, Four Winds, Keystone, and Crossroads. And along with their new units, Arlington has a large selection of used RVs to fit virtually anyone's needs. And what are some of the major changes the family has seen in RVs over the years?
I've seen it change from simple travel trailers and motorhomes with just stoves and a sink and a refrigerator to now large motorhomes, even small travel trailers. They all have TVs, microwaves, slide outs, all the amenities that you would have at home. People want more and more. It's less roughing it today. It's luxury camping today.
I asked Sandy what she felt was one of the major things her mother instilled into the family.
My mother was an amazing woman. There was nothing she couldn't do, and she taught us as young children that there was nothing that we couldn't do, as long as you worked hard. And we've been working hard all our lives.
For more information on Arlington RV Supercenter, visit our website at rollingontv.com. Coming up next, Cooking with When it comes to RV glass and windshield replacement, there's only one name to remember: Duncan Systems. With thousands of windshields and side glass in stock, we are America's #1 source for RV glass replacement. And now, we can even repair those fogged up windows at a fraction of the replacement cost. For more information, including our locations, visit our website at rvglass.com or log on to rollingontv.com.
When you look at RVs, do you see green? A green RV means more than just a color. It means energy efficiency, water efficiency, and components made from recycled materials, plus lots more. We know green RVs inside out. In fact, we certify them. To learn more about green RVs, visit our website at certifiedgreenrvs.com.
Welcome, I'm Britta, the TrailerChix cooker, and today we're going to make brunch. I have some great helpers with me today, and they're going to help me make a really delicious frittata with farm fresh eggs from my neighbor's yard. And we're going to also make a beautiful salad with baby spinach and delicious strawberries. Then we're going to show you a couple different ways you can make toast while you're on the road. So this is my friend Abby, and this is Allie, and they're going to help make this frittata. Do you guys eat colored eggs? Do you know about these kind of eggs?
Why is there like super small eggs?
Well, these are from the little tiny chickens. These are the smallest chicken eggs I've ever seen. These green ones are from a kind of chicken called the Araucana, and they lay these beautiful green and blue eggs. And then these are from another variety.
Where do you get your eggs?
I actually got these from a friend who has a couple backyard chickens, and I like to eat farm fresh eggs because, for one, you'll see when we crack them, the yolks are really orange, and they're high in nutrients and vitamins, and they're super delicious. Check out the yolk. Look how orange it is.
That's really orange and yellow. I like that color.
So we're going to add fresh thyme. I chose thyme because it goes well with mushrooms and ham and asparagus. About a teaspoon of salt. We're doing about 1 dozen eggs. And then you guys are just going to whip that up. Whip them like you're really mad at them. Okay, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to saute the vegetables. And then when I'm cooking vegetables, I like to give them a little salt because that brings the water out, releases the water. And then we're going to add the mushrooms. And those will have to cook down a little. So once your vegetables have sauteed for about 5 or 6 minutes and the moisture's come out and they're getting nice and tender, then we're going to add, we have ham which is already cooked, so it just needs to be heated up a little bit. So we're going to add that in. So next we are going to put our eggs in. So these have been whipped up really nice. They have fresh herbs, a little salt. And frittatas take about a half hour to prepare, and then what you want to do is just go around the edge and bring the eggs to the middle. It's been about 10 minutes. We've stirred the eggs, brought them in from the outside into the middle, so it's almost set, but you can, as you can see here, it's still a little bit liquid on top. So we're going to throw that in the oven that's been heating up while we've been making this. But before we put it in, we're going to put a little fresh Parmesan cheese on top. To go with our frittata, we're going to make a baby spinach salad. We're using baby spinach because it's in season right now. You could also use arugula, would be really delicious with this, or just mixed greens. Whatever you have on hand would be great. So we're just going to put our greens in the bowl. And then we're going to make a quick vinaigrette. I already have some fresh squeezed lemon juice in here. And then we have some really nice fresh mint here that I've beautifully chiffonaded. There's a little bit of salt in there already, and I like to put the acid in first, add the salt, and that dissolves it. And then we're just going to add some olive oil, about 1/4 cup. Then we will just put the strawberries on the salad. These are just sliced strawberries. You could quarter them as well. pour a little vinaigrette on. So when you're tossing it, you just want to make sure that all the leaves are evenly coated, and better to start with a little dressing and add more than to put too much on it. And then we have some toasted almonds here. These are great. Hazelnuts would be delicious, pecans. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of mint on top, and it's ready to serve. It's been about 10 minutes and the frittata's been cooking, and I think it's done. I'm going to check it out. Oh wow, it's beautiful. It's puffed up from the eggs, and it's a little bit golden around the edges, and the cheese is melted and looks fabulous. So to complete our brunch today, we're going to make toast. You have a couple different options for making toast while you're on the road. You can get a beautiful Bodum toaster that'll go perfectly with your decor, or you can use the Luddite method of this little grill here that you just place your toast on. Something that people often forget about is ricotta cheese. You think of butter on toast, you think of Swiss cheese on toast, you think of cream cheese on toast, but do you ever put ricotta on toast? You probably just use it for lasagna, but it's also great in sweet treatments. I love to support local growers by using their jams. It's great when you're on the road to see who's making jam. If you see a little stand by the road, stop, buy some, see what they're making. It's probably the best of the season, and you'll be so glad that you stopped by. Fabulous meals are made to be shared with others. Let's go meet our neighbors.
Oh my God, is it time to eat?
It is.
I am so excited I pulled up next to you guys. I've been smelling that food all day and I'm starving.
That's how we roll, fabulously.
Cheers. Cheers.
Hi!
Join us as we search for America's top 5 RV destinations. We'd like you to send us your nomination for this top 5 list. On August 18th, we'll select the winning destinations based on your entries, and those destinations will be unveiled and featured on the Rolling On TV special. Also, one lucky participant will win $500 in cash. You'll find all the information on our website at rollingontv.com.
Some RVers take backcountry camping to an extreme. That's the case with Gary and Monica Westcott, also known as the Turtle Expedition Unlimited. How they enjoy their camping time and where they go is definitely a march to a different RV drummer.
People often ask us what the Turtle Expedition is, and they think that maybe we research turtles or something, and actually the name came from the fact that we travel very slowly with our house on the back. It started out as a crazy trip to South America and grew as I started writing for magazines, and it just extended on to become an actual business where we write for magazines all over the world. We have been doing this kind of extreme travel that some people would consider extreme, South America, driving across Russia, for 38 years now.
We call them turtles, and this is our Turtle 5, so the 5th version of what we've been using over these 38 years. First one was a Land Rover, and then Chevy, then we had Fords with 4-wheel pop-up campers, and now this is the newest version, the European style camper. I personally am a good camper. I love to backpack. I'm happy in a small space, so for me this is quite luxury. With a stove in the oven and heaters and hot water, and it's perfect for me.
The truck attracts a lot of attention because it's rather unique, and it is basically your standard F550 4-wheel drive pickup truck with very few modifications. Suspension, we've taken the dually tires off and put singles on, and the camper is completely custom built, designed for us, by us, to transport us safely and comfortably into remote areas. It's a European design, so it has it's designed to be very big on the inside but very small on the outside, so we can go on the roads that we know we've been driving for the last 30 years. And it has things like well, for example, the shower and the toilet are actually in the doorway. It's a German idea. It saves space. You have to use that space for something besides just going in and out of the camper, so the inside shower is in the doorway. and the porta potty slides out into the doorway. Well, once again, one of the reasons that this truck looks a little strange and not as common as your typical Winnebago or other motorhomes is that it is designed specifically for bad roads. The rear of the truck holds jerry cans for both diesel and water, and a spare tire. Spare tire can be lowered with a Madsdam power pull winch. Everything on the truck is designed so that if one of us is sick or breaks our leg or something, that the other person can do everything. Monica can lower that tire down and change tires if she has to in the middle of nowhere. It's just designed that way. It has to be. The bumper in front is again designed very purposefully. It has compartments in it for storing tow straps and winch accessories. It has a Warren 16,500 pound electric winch. Has powerful driving lights that are often necessary on some of the back roads that we travel. If we happen to be driving at night, we try not to.
We also have the sand ladders in the back, which is always a question people have. There were original Second World War landing gears for airplanes in Europe, but they've been modified, and we use those to get out of mud or sand if we do get stuck.
Sand ladders are also multi-purpose. We throw them on the ground and use our outside shower and stand on them, or clean a fish on them, or they're just a clean thing you can take off and lay on any surface.
Put the tools on it when you're working.
Tools when you're working, yeah.
We have Recaro seats, so we're comfortable. We have 4-point harnesses to keep us safe on the road in case we do have an accident. We have a walnut center console with different compartments. We have a GPS.
So I have mechanical gauges that are directly hooked to the engine, from the water pressure, boost, exhaust gas temperature, volts, all those gauges they are mechanical. The interior of the camper is designed, again, specifically to take maximum use of space. The bed is a day bed. During the day it folds up accordion style, and at night it folds out, and yet we have 2 big sinks, so we still have 1 sink when the bed folds out. Fitted sheets, we can make up the bed in probably 15 seconds. The kitchen is designed to cook healthy meals, because that's one of the most important things for us traveling, is we do all of our own cooking. There's plenty of closet space and storage space, but each compartment is designed specifically for, again, this camper was designed to be comfortable for 2 people. So while we can seat 4 people in a pinch in the dinette, it does not make into a bed. It is strictly a work table for us when we're doing editing pictures on the road or writing, and it's perfectly big enough for 2 people.
After all these years, it's still fun, and I love meeting new people. I love learning about new cultures, trying out the local foods, learning about their history. It's fascinating. The world is a wonderful place to travel in.
One of the things that we learned in traveling, and especially when we were preparing for our trip across Russia, is that human beings everywhere in the world, as one gentleman told me, our hearts beat the same. So if you treat people with respect, they will treat you with respect. And people ask us, have you ever had any real problems? No, we haven't. Haven't really had any real problems anywhere in the world. Yeah, the occasional drunk, you can get that in Los Angeles.
For the latest up-to-the-minute RV news, visit our media partners at rvbusiness.com.